Wednesday, May 10th, 09:41 a.m. New York time. U.S. stock market's open. We have price action occurring. See on the left, several watch lists I have open. Top left, the stock indexes. The middle left, the 11 sectors of the S&P 500. And then just below that, the third one here on the bottom, is the FANG Plus stocks. A lot of green because we had economic news that was released 8:30 this morning. And since it's past 9 a.m., that means that prior 4-hour candle bar completed. And I'll show you what I've done with updating my zones. So we are currently in this new 4-hour candle that started at 9 a.m. It will be done at 1 p.m. That being said, this one on the left, this one just got done, completed at 9 a.m. So huge trading range. Financial instruments we're looking at are labeled on the top left. That's the /ES. Yep. That's one of the financial instruments that trades in the futures market. This particular futures market is part of the CME exchange. And that symbol is for the S&P 500 futures. Okay. So price action. It came down. Look at this, huge. At the start, went up. When it got completed, since then, we have a reversal. See this gray horizontal line? That's midpoint of that big green candle. We already broke below it and trading below it. Labeled my zones on the bottom and top, potential areas of trade ideas, as well as this one. Maybe trading bearish, short on the break of it. But I'm making this video right now, so I'm missing out of bankrolling some income for the day. We'll get back there in a moment. Again, this is a fake out. They brought it lower. There was a dump. See this big red candle, that till. Test at midpoint of that green candle. Touched it, reversed. So sometimes labeling these midpoints on big trading days worked out well. Yep, that was a buy opportunity with a follow through on here for a scalp, a day trade. Nice to the upside. So maybe I left money on the table and I'm done for the morning session. 10-year yields. Up high for the week. And then huge impulse move down. Test it. This key demand zone broke below it. Buyers stepped in it. And now we're still trading lower. So some people might be thinking yields are going to be left alone or go lower. And then that would cause this price action to go down. But they could be wrong. Yep, this candle could actually be at a turning point where it could reverse and go higher. I'll be looking for trades here. If we break below here, then maybe I'll be looking for bearish trades to run down here. Now looking at US dollar index. Yeah, huge sell-off. That 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. candle. And then we had that reversal up here testing midpoint. Trade idea. Yep. Could be a bearish trade idea right here. As well as if it comes up here. Again, typically when the yields get reduced lower, it weakens the US dollar. So time will tell what happens here. Again, these are day trade scalps, not marrying these positions, not holding them overnight. Crude oil, economic news will be released this morning soon. Look at that tight consolidation range. But bigger candles recently. Momentum has been up. Consolidation. Yesterday, we had a sell-off that came into a supply zone. Buyers stepped in and bought it. So bullish bias still. Buyers stepping in here. Gold. Nice. I liked it. News occurred. 8:30 news this morning. Gold buyers stepped in. Took out that swing high. New high for the week. Bullish. And look at this. This 9 a.m. candle, the one that gets done at 1 a.m. It did reverse. Hasn't taken out the high yet of that prior 4-hour candle, nor the low. But look at that till wick start forming here. Buyers are stepping in. Again, it'd be nice if it comes down here. That's why I'm maybe consider buying it. Again, if that doesn't happen based on how this candle finishes, that's another opportunity to look for the trigger. And the euro, very nice. Down here, demand zone buyers, up here, supply zone sellers. We tested it down here. I liked it. Went up here. We knew, well, I knew, be cautious, good money management. If it goes up there, don't consider buying it. And if you're in a trade, consider taking profits. And then what happened? Yep, it reversed, sold off, went down, tested midpoint here. Just like the dollar, you inversed. Nice. Let me show you what I did this morning. I took a bullish position on the euro, went long. Nice. My stop was down here. My long was at this price level, that yellow horizontal line. And I was conservative. I closed here. My profit was here. Made money. Happy camper. Nice scalp. Yep. Left a lot of money on the table up here. And so it happens. The struggle's real. But again, good money management. I didn't lose. I made money. British pound. Yep. New high for the week. Broke above this supply zone. Also tested this demand zone. Another good opportunity. And now we have what? We have the current 4-hour candle. It has to take out the higher low, so it may not have that follow through. Because look at the euro, it actually made a follow through for the prior candle. And what about the dollar? The dollar actually made a follow through to the downside. So that's suspicious on the pound here. Let's go look at the Australian dollar. Australian dollar actually made a higher high than that prior candle. Also went up where? Into this zone, supply zone. So buying up here, well, somebody lost money buying up here. Their gains were gone because look, it reversed and sold off. So zones, supply zones, sellers typically, and down here, demand zone buyers. So when it came down here, it's an opportunity to buy. But again, I chose to do it on the euro. It worked out. But there were several other currencies too. Okay. Canadian dollar, was not so impressed. Yeah. Let's look here again. Australian dollar, new high for the week. Not the Canadian dollar. It's struggling. Okay, those are zones. Let's take this to look at the levels. Price levels, key numbers. There's 4 key numbers I set alerts on to look to trade nearest as possible at those levels and looking for a trigger to occur at those levels. So we're looking here at the 4-hour candles, 5-day chart, S&P 500 futures. Yep. 4,100. It ends in double zeros. Very important level. 4,150. 50. Key level. Ends in 50. So 50s and double zeros. Very important. Second, one's ending in quarter. The 25 and 75. Next key levels. Let's look what happened here. We already labeled or knew. I showed you before. This 4-hour candle bar. Midpoint. We tested it. That was very nice. Rejected it. Went up here. And look at that. The reversal are now around here, 41.25. So you have multiple things lining up, the stars lining up if you want to do that thing. Where the trigger was. Yep. So when this one got completed, let's put this on the zones. There we go. That was the zones. There were several things that were lining up there nice to consider taking the trade. And when this got done, that 4-hour candle, you could put your stop down here and your target to the upside. Good money management. Let's put back on the numbers. So what happened? It broke below numbers, 41.25, rejected and closed above it on that 4-hour candle. Plus, we knew it tested that zone. That was it. Let's go on to the next. The 10-year yield. Yeah. Past several days, testing this level, 3.50. Again, there's zeros to the right of that. Rejecting it, popped above it, Yeah, but you had a weakness go up here. So opportunity to be looking trade bearish, and you had that reversal. Again, harder to look at this trade, but one could have done it when it broke below there, taking that trade bearish, broke below that consolidation. And, well, let's look here also. Again, now the zones, but you could go back in this video, watch it where we had labels. Yep. US dollar index multiple times, testing and rejecting. We had the trend up, numbers, quarters, 75. But when I say quarters, I'm referring to the 75 and 25 quarters, and double zeros, the 50s and the 100s. So dollar ran up here yesterday, tested quarters, that red horizontal line, and did a trend reversal, opportunity of trading bearish. And then when you have that retest occurring here, another opportunity trading bearish, nice. Went down here, quarters again, sold off into quarters. Buyer stepped in here, opportunity to been buying there, and then you could have had this run up here into that halves, 50s, nice. So many trade opportunities here. Crude oil, like I said, we have economic news coming out shortly on this. Massive consolidation, but again, I showed you on the zones where I was bullish. Look at that trigger there. Tested, broke below numbers, and closed above it. Nice. Numbers on gold. Right here, zeros, 2050. On bullish bias, we closed above it there. Nice, move up there. Look at this massive consolidation above 2025 quarters. So you have buyers defending quarters, that level. Also making those higher lows. Nice to have gotten in multiple places. Could have gotten in here from a breakout to the upside or retest here. The euro, I already showed you this trade. Like, yep, that's when my trade was. Went long there. Took it on the 15-minute candle. Huge impulse move, sold off. Got into it, broke that swing low, determined it was weakness. Well, hoping it was weakness. Took some heat. Yeah, it went lower. But again, I had my stop lower. Coming closer to the news. Nice reversal. So let's put this on the position. You can see again. I think it was this one I said. What was that one? Put back. Oops, sorry. Numbers. There we go. So that was the candle I got in. I'm going to show you the zones again. No, I shall show you the position. Yep. So I got into that candle. Took some heat. Nice run up. Got out of here. Because again, I was concerned that it may not break the swing high. So that's why I had my target below it. But it did break above it. Went higher. Doesn't mean it's gonna. So did again conservative. But what happened? It went up and tested that numbers. So maybe I should have left part of the position open and ride it up there. But nope, I closed it all. Right, I mentioned. Okay, levels. And here, the pound. Key levels. Nice. Australian dollar. Yep. Levels. And the Canadian dollar is struggling at this level. Not looking good. Yep. See what happens. The upside. So when we consider if this proves out well and breaks above, because again, inside candle breaks above here, or if you're bullish now, you might consider buying it and hope it runs up to that level.